Hey, what's up guys? People might assume I'm filming from the camcorder. Well, not tonight. I can't find a little connection for the camcorder's connection for the tripod, so I'm recording with the phone. For a change, I know it's very rare I would ever record from the phone for a chat video this evening, but it's a little late, but that's okay. It's better than late never, I always say. But I wanted to get this chat video out because it's been a long time since I brought one up, and the last time I actually brought a chat video up for you guys, it was a while ago, and it was quite a while ago I actually did that. I know people gonna complain about, short videos haven't been appearing onto the channel, on the train one, or I haven't put any new video gameplay up onto the gaming channel recently. And there haven't been any recent uploads with the companion dog channel, and as for the pride channel, the same thing. I just haven't had enough time to get everything in, which I will bring in that's a part of our chat this evening. I don't want to bring too much into this chat because it's supposed to be only a half an hour video. I don't want to make it heavily long because time's getting on and I've got things to organise for Thursday, because Thursday is going to be different again. It's going to be a mainline video, but it's going to be with the camcorder and my big proper Huawei photography camera. Where is it? They say, where's the big professional camera I use for my Huawei photography? Here it is. And yeah, I can change the lenses on this thing. It's like as an old, really old HD camera. It's not 4K, it's just a very old HD camera. It's my old granddad's camera actually. It's not mine, but it's mine now. But yeah, it used to be on my granddad's camera. But I keep all my pictures, Huawei photography and landscape photography on this. So anything unspecial or unusual comes through on the main line, I get this out and do some pictures with it. And same when I go on the Bombay Vintage Railway, I am planning to go on that this year if I can. And same with the Top Nest one, I still haven't done a run with that this year yet. I'm still behind on the Heritage Railways this year. I want to get them done before the Halloween comes in, so that way I've got a bit of footage from the Heritage Heritage Railways. People might want to see some steam ones to me to ride, and those people might want me to see some diesels being pulled behind. So yeah, I will probably do both, so that way I can have a weekend where, and bear in mind, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after is when the blue Pullman comes down into Cornwall. So that's another thing I'm going to be doing, is to chasing it from, on Friday when it comes through Devon, I'm going to catch it from Plymouth and then chase it down towards probably Park, because it's supposed to stop at Truro. However, on the Saturday it comes back up. It stops at Bobbin Parkway. So what I'm thinking of doing on Saturday, it stops at Saltash on the Sunday morning. I might get on the train early enough in the morning on a Sunday morning to catch it at Saltash to crossing the Tamar Bridge, or when it comes in Saltash station. That way I can get a different point of photography, and that's on the 1st of September. It's the last day, but the last evening it goes down. It's on a Saturday evening. It comes back at 11:30 AM in the morning from Penzance, and it goes back up country, and that's the middle of Pullman. So there is a possibility with that, and there's a bunch of road tours coming through on the 15th or 16th of September. So there's a possibility of that. After that, and I've done some Heritage Railways just before October, and then bam, everything will change again. Autumn will roll itself in and things will go fairly back to normal with just model round videos, and another year will be over and things start to change again. And of course, on December 24th of December of this year, it'll be my last final video for the YouTube platform for all my channels, which is something I'm going to bring up on the day. I'm not going to bring it up right now, but this chat video is for a very particular purpose. So this chat video is very special to talk about because some people have been noticing in my comments, and I've seen them in people posting some videos on my comments on my YouTube, sometimes on my Twitter page, and sometimes on my Facebook page. People comment saying, how come you are often filming the HSTs or the certain locomotives and you're not going out to see Mayflowers often, or the what do you call it, the basically the newer version of Generation of Mallard, I can't remember what it's called. I have seen Mallard's ready this year, by the younger version of her out this year. She was towed by a class 47 going that way. They went down to Plymouth for a bit, and yes, it would have been great to see it put into Plymouth, but I didn't think about going down into Plymouth on that day when it went down there. So I caught it through near Starcross when it came back through. However, last week I was at Dawlish with my mum near Starcross, not right near it, but about 10 minutes away from the area, and we caught a class 57 as well as a class 43, which did Midland Pullman. So the ones I was more interested in this year was the 37. I have seen the 47s quite a few times recently, so I'm not too bothered seeing that one again. I did like seeing the 57. It was unusual to see the basically a new modified class 47 but re-engined, retuned units, and yeah, they're not actually bad trains. They're pretty unusual, but they're not the weirdest ones I have seen, but they are unusual to see. Putting some old Mark III 43 coaches in the Pullman livery, not the blue and white ones, but the chocolate and white cream ones. I'll call them chocolate and cream coaches. So seeing a pair of class 57 called what was it called? West Coast Railways, that was it. So yeah, that was an unusual one. I did see Mayflower just before I went away on holiday, and I did see it while I was on holiday as well. And the Pullman didn't come down on my holiday when I was away for a week in June, when it's been and gone now. We're heading towards September now, so yeah, I had quite an interesting past few months with buying some models, had a holiday, I had my birthday, I had a great day out on my Dawlish day on my birthday. I basically had some time out there with my mum, my sister, and my sister's partner, just to spend the day out there and had a bit of relaxing time. And I did see the Pullman quite a few times this year, and lucky enough to be very lucky of me to go in the cab of the Midland Pullman. That doesn't happen too often, but if you're lucky to be down there in the spring when they first come through, they sometimes let you to go in the cab with them. It's just dependent on how busy the train is and what the staff are available, and the crew, the driving crew, to allow that to be an option if they have the staff at the right time being there. So it's swings and roundabout, but I'm lucky enough to be in there and took some pictures and, you know, just enjoy catching what they see on a daily basis as a driver. So obviously, if I was one of those people to drive such a iconic class 43 set, even if it's on the old Intercity or the British Rail Intercity or the Castle set liveries or the Pullman, or even the old Cuss Country sets, you know, there's just some nostalgia about the 43s that just catches everyone's eye. I know steam engines catch people's eye in a different way because obviously steam started all the British railway industry from more than about 200 years, so it's not so really surprising people are interested about seeing steam, because using coal and water basically being pressurized by the pistons of the steam moving hurtling along 100 miles an hour on the track, it would have been outstanding up for its time. And obviously being the famous one, being the Flying Scotsman, is the fastest steam record officially. I think is Flying Scotsman the first one officially broke the speed record 100 miles an hour, and he was built by Sir Nigel Gresley. Sir Nigel Gresley built Flying Scotsman, and he also built 4468 Mallard herself, which is still in York. So you want to see Mallard herself, she's still in Yorkshire Moors Heritage Railway Museum. You can see her there. She has not been used in a very long time. She has not been run in a very long time. And the Flying Scotsman didn't either for a very long time either. But it seems last year was great for the Flying Scotsman. I had seen a couple of unusual ones this year already. I've seen Mayflower probably at least 4 times this year. I've seen a Pullman more than 6 times. And I will continue to chase it around because it's unusual for me, because it's my passion to train. I don't really want to put it out there like I have done before, but for me the HST holds a special place in my heart because I went travelling on when I was a kid, and it just gives me a great nostalgia of the diesel hybrid system they had. It's not like the Javelins, like we've got the tinning overhead and they've got the diesel motors on board. It's not like that with the HSTs. They had diesel and electric motors on board the actual engine. They had a mix. So they're not like, like the Tinnery version of a hybrid. They are self-charging hybrids. They're basically like what you get in a modern day car. They basically retune the engine and the electric motor kick in while you're in the standstill or you're going downhill or level track. But when you're going uphill, that diesel engine kicks in. And that's the way the system works on the HST. It came from a 52 Western originally, and they had a similar engine, but with the HST it had more than about 2.2 tons in weight, and they kicked out about 3,500 horsepower engines on both ends. And they put in 9 cars originally when they were first introduced in the 70s, but since then, John Wesley, who invented the HSTs back in the 70s and early 80s, he came along and suggested the idea of upgrading to their new engines for the mid-90s, and by 1996 to 2008, some companies decided to adopt some of the 43s to run on different railway lines. So East Coast adopted the GNR liveries HSTs for a while, and they changed the livery from GNR livery to East Coast. You can still see the old livery carriages on them, but you just kind of seen the power cars with they took the old dark blue off and they put the silver and the white logo on the side. So it just kind of came from different liveries over the years by different companies. And it's great to think over the years that I've grown up with them, I've seen from Intercity Swallow, Intercity, the British Rail Intercity, not the executive one. I saw that once or twice last year before they all got sold off for a reason. There's still a few preserved, but not many. There's a few preserved. And the Midland Pullman HST is one of those preserved, as well as the Kurzweil one. But apart from that, there's not that many preserved. The green ones are limited numbers now because all the weird, strange 802 sets are gradually overtaken, basically gradually replacing the 43 sets which were made in Britain. The 802s are not, they're Japanese bullet trains, they're not British at all. And that's the downside. Being a British British citizen, we should have British trains. We shouldn't have, because we rely on international trains to do our heavy haul long journey with the Japanese companies or Canadian countries, which a Canadian company called DB Cargo is actually Canada based company, which is quite funny because I know a few people were from Canada, and very much places like they're built in Florida. I think parts of the sets were built in Florida, the Class 66 and the 59s, and I think a couple of the Class 60s were the same. So I don't know about GBRF. I don't know if they're British. I think Freightliner's British, but I could be wrong. It could be French, but not entirely sure. I know the HT are British. That's one I know for left. I think the 150 is a 158, and the turbos are British, but the Voyagers are not. They were originally owned by Virgin when it first came out. They were a replacement for the 43s at the time, the Voyagers, and they were the second generation of the Tilton trains. However, the first Tilton train was called the ABT, and it had its flop floors with design faults and things didn't go to plan and things like that. So I'm guessing they changed it because they didn't have very much luck with the APT. So they changed it to something like a Voyager where they could do doing this. When they go around a tight radius, they tilt. And obviously, if you're doing a high enough speed on second radius curve of 95 on a second radius curve, you probably can still see it on a Voyager, just slightly. You can't see much of it, but I see it on a Voyager occasionally at things like what's that place called? A bit near between Dawlish and Dawlish Warren curve. It's between, like, when you're coming out of Dawlish station and about 10-15 minutes up the line, there's a tight radius curve. It comes around the bend and it goes up towards Dawlish Warren and it goes towards Exeter. There's a great curve that you can see them tilting ever so slightly on the corner. I mean, it's not much anymore because they do keep it a really minimal amount when they travel at speed, but I'm sure that they are comfortable trains. The Voyagers are comfortable to go on, but they are not hybrids like the 43s. They're not hybrids at all. They are just full diesel. They don't have a self-charging hybrid engine on board. They should. Cross country, you're watching, listen to this video. Upgrade your Voyagers with a self-charging hybrid engine system on your Voyagers. Then you have more efficiency for more speed, more comfort, more reliability, especially when you go up to Scotland. That way you can copy with the 43's designs with their engines, because have a self-charging hybrid engine that's diesel and electric. That way you can space them out a little bit and you can reuse it. That way the engine can stay off when it's level or going downhill, and the electric motors take over that diesel engine. And the diesel engine will kick in when it's going uphill or during backup when the electric motors don't have enough charge in them. So that way they can recycle and reuse the electric motors. See, things like that, Voyagers could be more advanced with their new engines, with the hybrid, self-charging hybrid engines. And I could recommend that to the company if I see them, because I think if they actually put their minds to it, they could easily do something like that with their trains. And I think the 43s deserve an upgrade. They don't deserve being replaced by these really odd looking, toast passing by, like sausages. I know designed for speed, but they just don't look. This big pointy nose coming towards you at 148 miles per hour, passing by you, and it's like there's just not much character to it. It's just like someone's going along and like, yeah, let's put a sausage on the end of this train. Why not? Just to make everyone laugh. It's just strange, but yeah, just leave that aside. Obviously, I will say for people who watch my videos and say, what's this channel about? Okay, I want to put this out there. Yes, 2024 is my real big last year of my channel, and I want to put this out here now because I know a lot of people say my career is going to come to an end on December 24th December of 2024, and I know a lot of people say to me, what will happen if you forget to quit YouTube by the end of this year? I won't forget. The thing is, people say that I have forgotten over the years and saying, oh, you'll quit YouTube eventually, but you don't know when. Well, this year I am making the effort for it because I want to focus on other things in my life. It's not, YouTube is just a bit of fun, but it's not my career. I have pointed this out to people before, that YouTube is just a bit of fun. I know some people say why do you do all this videoing if people, you know, if you don't want to make the effort for being a YouTuber? Well, being a YouTuber comes with compromising and agreements with things, but in reality it's still not going to change much how I feel about other things I want to focus on, because there's so many other things I want. I mean, more I want, and then just making videos. Difficult, I found that. So, anyone who wants to speak to me about possible changes to a video, but the thing is, people say to me, are you going to do something different for your videos? Towards the end of my YouTube time making content. Yeah, so bear with me for a second while I'm sorting my bed out. My bed gets changed quite a bit. Just give me a second. I'm gonna get ready for bed. I don't want to sit in my clothing all day. Just give me a moment while I take this off. But yes, it is true. I'm very much passionate about my trains, but making videos, it's just a bit of fun. And it always has been a bit of fun for me. I know a lot of people say otherwise, but for me it's different. So yeah, people, I'm going to end this video off in about 5 minutes. So yes, my video career is going to come to an end at the end of this year, and I want to point this out because it's going to happen. It's going to happen because I do want to focus on other things in my life now. I don't want to focus on just making videos. I won't stop making video photography with this. Any videos I do make for upcoming future is not for YouTube. I'll be for documenting railway stuff, for a log for my Twitter, or a log for my Instagram, things like that, or just posting pictures. And I do like making railway photography because it gives me an idea how the railways work in real life, and see how the system is set up, and gives me an idea how the railways used to look. And this camera is brilliant for things like that to catch. But for my phone, it does what it does for a video. This book is a lifesaver for me. Trying to find a HST book for my collection, because my love for the HST is so strong, because obviously the great memories I had as a kid, travelled on them a lot when I was growing up. So that's why I got a bundle of them everywhere. And I've got about 5 43s in my collection at the moment. I have showed most of them to you, but look at that. I won't show too much, just in case YouTube will get me done for copyright. But that is a Intercity Express. That is the Intercity Express apparently, which is in Edinburgh. So if you still want to see a 43 in Edinburgh, then you can. It's probably the best time to go and see them if you want to, because there's not many left. I highly recommend to catch as many photos and videos of the 43s if you can, with the castles and the other ones they have left as preserved. Oh wow. Oops, excuse me, moving my hands. look what you got on the front page of this one. The British Rail Intercity from the 1970s. The max speed of 148 miles per hour. The fastest British diesel hybrid set of the time. I think it's still unbeaten at the moment. I think this is one hasn't been beaten by any other train yet. I guarantee up country, Germans probably stretched that to probably over 200 miles an hour. But for a diesel hybrid train from the 1970s, that's not bad. For someone who can do 148 miles per hour with nearly 3,000 horsepower diesel hybrid engines on board, that's pretty good going for its time. Yeah, so there's my beauty. She is the start of my railway. Obviously I got her last year. The model version is actually up on the windowsill right now. I got her coaches. I haven't got all the coaches for her yet. I want to get an 8-coach train for her, as well as the East Coast set. I've got East Coast and East Midlands Junior. I've got Intercity. So yeah, I've got a few HSTs in my collection. I've got East Coast Junior Castle set, which is a green one. Which is Cardiff Castle at the front and Newport Castle at the back, and there was another one, I can't remember the name of. So yeah, my note's going to be dedicated to the HSTs, and just when I finish this off, but yeah, sort this out. Right, I need to just check something before I finish this video off. Okay, yeah, I'm going to finish this video off now, guys. The chat video is saying, expect there is an update coming on the way with a chat video for this channel, especially because this is the oldest one I have on the platform, and it might be at 2.2k viewers for every video I've done for last year's, and it's one of the biggest one I've done last year would have been 11k. Is that 11k? Just give me a second, I'll have a look. Yep, 11k viewers. Wow. So you had First Great Western Coaches to 11k viewers 2 years ago. A year ago, 8.1k viewers, and then it goes down gradually each one. So yeah, I thank you guys so much for supporting my channel for so many years. It's crazy. I think I've been on the platform for 9 years, coming up to 10 next year. Sadly, I'm not going to be at the double digits for next year. But yeah, I'm very grateful. I'm happy I'm nearly at 400 subscribers. I know I got another about 10 to go before I reach 400 subscribers on this channel. Hopefully I can reach you before the end of the year. Hopefully, with you guys' support, hopefully I can do it. And keep you guys peeled for the Midland Pullman set, chasing it from Plymouth down to Cornwall next weekend, from Friday, Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be an knackered weekend for me, but I'm going to do it because I think it'll be worth it. This weekend, not much is going to go on with the channel. I will probably just keep it easy, so videos for tonight will go up tomorrow, or I might put it up tonight depending on what I feel like after this video is done. For tomorrow, nothing's really going to go on tomorrow. We might just put this one up for you tomorrow, and Thursday is just a normal mainline video for you from Cornwall. So I was thinking of going to Heritage Railway, but I want to go down Camborne to go to a model rail shop to get my coaches for my models. So yeah, I might have my haircut, by the way. If you wonder what all this stuff is on my head, all the scars, they're nothing to do. It's affected by that's the medication for my epilepsy. That's what's caused this. It's eczema. It's horrible because it's so itchy. I just want to scratch it, but I can't, which really annoys me. But I'm trying my best not to try and scratch it because it will set me off. it's one thing having epilepsy and then have another thing to throw on top of it. I would say eczema's probably not as bad having epilepsy, I can say that for sure. Because I've been going through a lot as I was growing up. Yeah. And I'm nearly 30 years old now. you can't win, can you? You really can't. But yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Keep your eyes peeled for a big video coming up on Christmas Eve, which is going to be a big one. Wow, it's going to be huge. It's going to be about 4.5 hours. I'm not looking forward to put that one together. My gosh, it's going to be so knackering, but it's going to be worth it. I'm going to do it early enough in the day. I think I'll start from midday and then do the next half of it after lunch. So I'll probably do it from 2 o'clock and then go from there, and then do the final watts for another 2 hours on top. So 4 hours in total, 2 hours, and then 2 hours, 4 hours in total. It's going to be my finale video, that's why it's going to be so long. So yeah, got that coming up on I'm going to make it early December and upload it for you for Christmas Eve. And it'll probably take a couple of days to go up, but it will go up and you guys can watch it. It's going to be a worth watch, I think. Or we're going to look back from the old videos where I started from and look through the modern day videos and run some models on the railway and go through some of my models that I got collected this year from last year and over several years, and I'll have a chat with you and I'll explain all the things that I've already started and finished off with this channel off with. So yes, it's going to be a really knackering long video for that one. But thank you guys so much for watching. Keep your eyes peeled for that video, and keep your eyes peeled for the unboxing video I've got coming up with some new models soon. Have a great evening and peace out. And I'll catch you guys on Thursday for our mainline video. Peace.